father coughed and took another draught of wine. Melius sought aid from Salerno, while Datus fortified a tower on the Garigliano River. From there they gathered support and renewed their strength. Melius reached far for help. Lombards, Germans, and Apulians answered the call, eager for glory and plunder. But there was one more group whose help Melius enlisted. A new generation of Norman adventurers, forebears of the scum who attack our city as we speak. It is because of Melius that this new menace is upon us. In response, the Byzantine Emperor sent the General Basil Boianus and an elite force of the fabled Varangian Guard to meet Melius in the field and crush the rebellion for good. The armies drew up near the river of Fanto, not far from where the Romans had clashed with Hannibal of Carthage some 12 centuries earlier. The fate of Mezzogiorno was about to be decided.
Commander Boioannes, Melus, these allies ready their forces across the river. Lead us to a swift victory and end the terror that they have brought to Apulia.
Kondo.
Press ein. Kondo. 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 Impero.
Kondo.
It's a fine day to grind an axe. We will lay your enemies low, or die trying.
despairing Norman riders approach, led by Gilbert Botter.
Quando?
May
Quando?
fortune guide our spears.
Salve. Salve.
Ein. Quando.
Presto. Quando? Salve. Quando?
Salve. Quando. Presto. Quando. Salve. Quando.
Pero? Quando? Ein? Quando? Presto. Pero? Ein? Quando?
Ein. Quando.
Let us now see whose blades are sharper. My men will cut through your ranks like a scythe through grain.
Salve. Quando?
Burro. Comida.
For your Highness's forces threaten our camp. Send forth all reserves.
Quando? 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 Sane. Ein.
12 centuries ago, a barbarian horde massacred our Roman forebears on this very field. Now, it is the barbarians who lie slain beyond count.
Presto mita. Presto sane. Correct.
Fair Potter has fallen, and his Norman knights take to flight. Fortune is with us, Commander.
Not unlike its predecessor, the Second Battle of Cannae was a massacre. The Lombards and their Norman allies were no match for Boyanes' strategic prowess and the ferocity of his Varangian troops. Melius fled the field and sought refuge with the Pope, which sent him to the court of the Holy Roman Emperor. He gradually poisoned the minds of several influential courtiers, and eventually the Emperor himself. Melius died in exile, but the effects of his political machinations were soon to be felt throughout Italy. The rebellion was over, but Boyanes still had a difficult task before him. The once rich province of Apulia lay in tatters, and the hostility of its northern neighbors did not bode well for the future. Melius's brother Datus still preyed on the surrounding lands from his lair on the Garigliano. Additionally, rumor quickly spread of Holy Roman armies massing in the north. Boyanes was not about to let his hard-earned gains slip away like a fish from the net. The odds were against him, but he had a loyal army and a plan. The Apennine Pass was the gateway to southern Italy, and Boyanes intended to fortify it. Thousands of soldiers and masons followed him to the ruins of Acre, an ancient Roman city near the mountains, and began construction of a citadel named Troia. Boyanes would restore the grandeur of Byzantine power in Italy, or die in the effort.
The fortress at Troy is complete. Now all that remains is to defend it from enemy attacks.
Salve. Condo, 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 condo. Condo, condo. Condo, condo.
Our allies in Capua will assist us, but we must ensure that their city remains safe. We cannot afford to be outflanked.
Ein.
Benedictine monks at Monte Cassino have been funding our foes for months. Just give the command, and I will tear their abbey down brick by brick.
Boyoannis, you may have defeated my brother Melas, but my men and I still carry on the fight. You will rue the day that you set foot in Apulia.
Datus is valiant of
Condo.
tongue, but he has a
Pero?
cold hand for battle.
Quando.
We should tear down
Presto.
his tower
Correct.
on the Garigliano and put an end to his rebellion.
Your efforts are admirable, but they are futile. Italy will soon be ours.
Impero. Commita.
Salve. Condo.
Salve. Quando. Impero. Quando. Salve. Quando.
Presto. Condo.
Ein. Quando. Presto. Ein. Impero. Correct.
The Pope and I have agreed that God does not wish for you Byzantines to hold land in Italy. We will install our vassal, Melus, as Duke of Apulia.
Marvel at the gold and relics of Monte Cassino, comrades. Have you ever seen such riches?
Presto. Ein. Quando. Quando. Presto. Quando. Quando. Salve. Fodio.
Hail, Basil Boyoannis. We once stood on opposite sides of the battlefield, but for a small price, my men and I are willing to bury the past and help you defend Troya.
Commander, our scouts report that the Holy Roman and Papal forces are exchanging supplies via a pass through the Apennines to the north. We should put an end to this immediately.
Splendid. Our chevalier will prove their worth 10 times over against the Holy Roman forces. Montjoie!
Byzantine forces approach our tower. I will soon be praised either for a remarkable death or for despoiling my enemies. For Melus!
Pabulo.
Commander, Datus lies in irons. His tower, a smoking ruin. He requests a remarkable death. Might I suggest the Pinnacolei? Our enemies will soon renew their efforts. We must hold the castle for 45 more minutes.
Ein. Presto.
Pugno.
finery upon the floor as word of our triumph reaches his court. Italy remains in the hands of the true Romeoi.
Salve. Impero. Quando? Salve. Ein. Correctus. Ein. Podio. Ein.
Comida. Comida.
Flee north, lamenting our victories as portents of God's anger.
Empire was no trifling opponent. Many good men fell parrying the assaults on Troia. Ioannis' forces struck out at Datus' tower on the Garigliano and dragged him from it. Following the ancient Roman custom, Datus was confined in a leather sack with a rooster, a monkey, and a viper, and cast into the sea. Byzantine Italy flourished under Boyanis' tenure as catapan. Alas, that the incompetence of his successors have brought us to this dreadful pass. Young men seek renown on the battlefield, thinking war a noble affair. Little do they know that their quarries are in vain. There is nothing but chaos, the screams of dying men, and the stench of death. I long for peace and cheer. I can hardly remember the sound of music in the streets and the noises of a bustling city on market day. They have been replaced by the din of battle, the whistling of rocks hurled by Norman catapults, and the solemn evening tales in the taverns told by those who cannot forget the carnage of each day. My father approached, holding a sword and his old helm, breastplate, folds, and greaves. They are yours now. For 200 years, our family has proudly served this city. But today, you must leave this place. I am too old for the journey. But if you live, my death will not be in vain. Someday you will tell your son this story with the same pride as I have. Fight well today, escape, and secure yourself that future.
Captain Tikosh. But hope yet remains if we can hold back the Norman tide until reinforcements arrive to break the siege. The Normans surround us, but fortune favors the bold. We must strike them when and where they least expect us. I will see to it that any Norman assaults on the city walls are parried. I am placing you in charge of operations beyond the city walls. You must not fail me.
Porro. Pugno. Commita. Porro.
Will go a long way in nourishing our hardy defenders. You have done well, Captain Natikos.
Impero.
I am uneasy about looting a house of God. But in dire times, each man must be his own hope.
Commita. Impero. Pugno. hago.
This food will go a long way in nourishing our hardy defenders. You have done well, Captain Natigos.
The Normans are mounting another attack. The Catapan implores you to send what men you can to aid in the defense.
Ein. Comida. Pero sane. Ai, sane.
The Byzantines are attacking our siege engines! Aux arms!
This food will go a long way in nourishing our hardy defenders. You have done well, Captain Natigos. Food will go a long way in nourishing our hardy defenders. You have done well, Captain Natigos.
The Normans are mounting another attack. The Catapan implores you to send what men you can to aid in the defense. Captain, we have recovered a store of Norman arms from this blacksmith. Weapons destroyed, the Norman assaults will be weaker for certain.
Presto.
The Normans are mounting another attack. The Catapan implores you to send what men you can to aid in the defense.
Vero? Porro.
These ashen ruins are all that remains of the dread Norman tower. Look at how the hooves of the fleeing Norman horses rattle and shake the rotten ground. The Norman lumberyard was the machine driving their siege. Better times may yet be upon us.
Enough of this foolishness! I will see my flag planted atop the walls of Paris this day. Moonjoie!
Thus one passion grips all, to decide matters with the sword. To the defense!
처음입니다. Ein. Presto. Pero porro.
It is not gods who press us so hard today, but mere mortals like ourselves. Hold them back!
Captain, have recovered a store of Norman arms from this blacksmith. Have recovered a store of Norman arms from this blacksmith.
Life is brief, and all men are fated to die. Valor's task is to but lengthen fame through deeds.
dares fight like lions. Fall back to the camp.
We cannot hold much longer without aid. Take command of what remains of my fleet, Captain Nachikos, and clear the seas of Norman vessels.
Assault our shipyards! Defend them at all costs!
Well done, Captain Nastikos. You are truly forever worthy of your great father's name. Let there be no delay in what I ask. Sail east to Byzantium and bear our plight to the ears of the Emperor.
Sun shone on the shores of the Aegean. I was speaking to a miller when I heard shouts from the harbor. Racing to the docks, I recognized several Barians disembarking from a battered vessel. The tidings were grim. Bari was in Norman hands, and my father had fallen valiantly along with it. I thought of his parting words, but I doubt that I will ever don his armaments again. Like my ancestor Panos, I have seen enough battle for 10 lifetimes. I think I shall travel the Empire, from Thessaly to Anatolia, seeking work as I go. With all luck, I will earn enough wealth to buy a house in the countryside, and raise miles of vineyards on the hillside. Perhaps one day, when I recount the tale of my family to my children and grandchildren, I will be able to conclude it with how we have found peace at last.